everyone. This is video 8 in this. I've done seven other videos on Dow, this thing I call the Dow Gold Theory. And in this video, in the first part of the video, I'm going to look at mining, comparing mining versus gold. And I'm going to use the Huey index and see which one performs better over this specific time period from August 1999 till the present day, which is June 19th, 2020. And then in the second part, I'm going to say, well, instead of just being all in on mining versus all in on gold over the whole time period, I'm going to use what I've talked about in the, especially the first video, if you're interested, is breaking that up into 3 logical segments based on that theory, and seeing if we can't make an improvement over whatever the winner is between these two. And so let's just jump to the first part of the video, which is just comparing mining versus gold. And well, I've got the base case here. What if you just stayed in all Dow? Because I've got the logic set up to where, there's an if-then statement there. And, if you put Dow in, it uses these columns. And like I said, in the first part of the video, I'm going from this date really to here because these are all the same. And so let's go ahead and compare. That is weird. Okay. Let's go ahead and compare. Let's look at gold, how gold did. Copy, paste. I'll just leave that one up there like it is and make a new one here. And, in this one, somebody might have chose to just be in gold over this whole time period. And of course, any time period is cherry picking. So, if I do the entire history of the Dow and gold as it's shown on macro trends, the Dow outperforms gold, but over this time period, especially with the recent drop, gold did a lot better than that right there. Now let's see how the Huey does over this same time period. And again, keeping all these segments the same. So there's a lot of reasons probably to choose gold over Huey, and one of them being that the Huey is very volatile, and you got that negative 77% right there in the second leg. The first leg was where the financial crisis was, but still that didn't even show up. So we'll look later at getting rid of this negative 77 and replacing it with something better. Let me go over to this presentation here and just run through a few things, and then we'll do that next. And so what I want to do here, let's do slideshow play from start, I guess. And we've already gone over that. So the second part of this, I'm going to break those segments up into three steps. And you'd really have to watch my first video to get the logic of why that is a reasonable thing to do. I'll go over here just briefly. This is the Dow Gold ratio, and it goes up and down, and this is the last leg of it right here, uh, and it's going down. Well, we're just looking at stopping at the present day. This is an old slide that I had in the probably I used in the first video. Um, but today's date is it's Friday, June 19th. Uh, is when this data is taken. So what I did was, if you go back and look at the first video, if you're interested in this theory, this is a way of breaking this up into segments. And what you want to be is you want to be in stocks when you're in an up segment, and you want to be in gold or mining for a down segment. And like I said, I'm focusing in on this segment right here. And in this particular video, I'm throwing in the Huey because I want to see how the Huey does uh, in this segment versus gold as well. But this segment, there should be some improvement because we're going to use the logic from the other videos, the Dow Gold Theory videos, that says we can logically break this up into two mining segments and one stock segment. And yeah, I realize this is already passed now, but I would think that if you this part of the video might give you more confidence for this down leg, whether it be gold or the Huey, whichever you choose. But let's and just over here's the final slide, and I'll go right to the spreadsheet and do the more calcs. But here is those segments overlaid on the Huey index, and I got this from Google. I just Google Huey index, and this graph comes up. And as you can see, it doesn't, it doesn't catch these big, like that big move was the financial crisis, which would have been devastating to have gone through that and been in the Huey. But nevertheless, the only thing my theory says is that you be in gold through that whole segment, and likewise, gold this segment, which started in October, basically of 2018. And you notice it doesn't pick the exact low in gold. So this theory doesn't pick the exact low or the high, but it's better than just being all in gold or all in the Dow, as I've shown on in the first part of the video. Well, actually, the first part of the video, I'm just comparing all in on performance of all Huey, and I'll go ahead and correct this while I'm at it, and performance of all gold. So I got to correct those titles there as I go. And so now let's look at switching. Between, let's try gold and Dow. And like I said, in this first leg, we've already identified, watch the first video, we've already identified that the first leg, we should be in gold. The second leg, it should be Dow. And notice that negative 77 will disappear and be replaced by something positive. So obviously this is going to be better. And then gold here. And there's a logic to that. So that is a lot better than being in all gold. Okay. So switching, did I spell that right? Switching between gold and Dow. Now we'll do switching between gold and Huey. and this should be better. Just staying all in on the Huey is better. But like I say, it's not advice. I'm not promoting the Huey or mining. There's a lot of other reasons. And the the reason I did this is I didn't know. I just wanted to check because whatever Mike has looked at, Mike Maloney that is, whatever time period or maybe he looked at a different index, he came up with a different number. So this is just a different perspective. It's not. I'm in agreement with him on most everything. Well, there goes that connection thing again. Okay. Switching between gold and Huey. So here I just put Huey, uh, Huey, and Huey here, and that's the winner. So that's sort of about the most I can squeeze out of this is by breaking it up in these three legs. Of course, day traders break it up, trade for over the period of a day. So I think that it's legit to break it up and not just go all in. I mean, choose one and just stick with it. Um, so anyway, that's my video on Dow Gold theory and comparing the Huey uh, to gold, and just for the performance, gold wins. I mean Huey wins, just based on pure performance and the date ranges and based on the Huey. I get a better performance. And then, to keep this video series going, I think this will be the last one for a while anyway. I think I'll go on to another topic. Thanks for anybody that's watched it. And good luck trading if that's what you're doing. And I'll go ahead and sign off now and go look at the first video that I did if you want more explanation on, excuse me, there. If you want more explanation on the logic behind, being able to break these up into segments and improving the performance, because that's quite a dramatic, to break it up is quite dramatically improves performance as long as you buy into the theory or the logic or whatever. Uh, Thanks again and good luck.